This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today, it's going to be all about reading each other's expressions without talking and trying to work together to get through a certain amount of levels. You're going to be using your mind and your body language and trying to sort of read each other's minds to collaboratively beat levels. Today we're talking about a game called The Mind. It just got signed by Pandasaurus, and who will be bringing it over to North America hopefully later in 2018. I got a chance, thanks to Eric Martin at Board Game Geek, to play this at the GAMA trade show. The game wasn't even there, but he just happened to have a copy from, he just got back from some European trips and has a copy of it, allowed us to play it with him. So I'm just going to give you, I don't have any pictures or anything like that. I'm just going to basically do a little overview as to generally how the game's played, and I'll see you on the other side. The Mind is a cooperative game for 2 to 4 players where you're trying to complete a certain amount of levels depending on the amount of players that are in the game. Players will be dealt a certain amount of cards depending on the level they're on. For example, level 1, everyone will get 1 card. Level 2, everyone will get 2 cards. The cards range from 1 to 100, and you can only see yours, you can't see anybody else's. The object of the game is to complete the levels, and you do that by playing cards one at a time in ascending order from lowest to highest. But no one knows what anybody else has, so it's sort of a game of body language and reading each other's minds and staring into each other's eyes and feeling who should go first, second, third, and so on. For example, at the beginning of a round, if someone has a card between 1 and 10, they'll probably play it pretty quickly. If no one does, people will wait. How much time do you wait? Well, that's what you learn with the team and how to work together without talking. You have a certain amount of lives, and if somebody plays a card out of order, then you lose a life. If you lose all the lives, then you have lost the game. There's also a Shuriken Star that you'll gain as you get better at the game, and you can use those to allow everyone to play their lowest card face up without any penalty. Once you've completed the level, you'll go to the next level and all new cards will be shuffled and given back out to players, 1 card per which level you're on. And you have to get through a certain amount of levels depending on the amount of players in the game. Alright, it's a simple game as you can tell. Now let's see here. First of all, thanks again to Eric Martin at Board Game Geek for teaching this to us. I got a chance to play it, I think 4 times, with 4 players, which is why this is sort of a quote-unquote mini review, which I'm calling Preludes, with keeping the musical theme with my channel. I played it 4 times with 4 players. 2 of the times it was the same 4 players, and the last 2, one of the players swapped out. So 3 of us played it 4 times together, and then 1 player was 2 times each. So, and obviously this is just a mini review for what I felt like from those 4 plays with the same player count. Obviously when I eventually get a copy, I'll be doing a more full review on the different player counts, how they feel different. First of all, things I like about it. You can teach the game in about a minute. I mean, it is super simple. I think it's even easier to teach than the game that came out before this called The Game, which is sort of not based upon, but from the same publisher, has some similarities. So it's super easy to teach. I mean, you could teach it in a minute. And I'm going to say this is an absolutely unforgettable experience. You hear a lot about games that are experience games, and I just wish I could have taken some, I didn't think about it, it was super late that night, and I wish I could have taken some video to give you some examples of what this feels like, because it's hard to explain it to you, but I will tell you that it is an amazing social experiment that is an awesome experience. You're basically looking at each other and you're like, okay, and you're waiting for someone to go, and you look over and someone else has their arms crossed and they're looking away, which means they probably don't have anything close. And then you see other 2 people that are like staring at each other intent, and one of them just like starts to like move their hand a little bit, and the other one's looking, and okay, oh no, we did the wrong one. Oh yes, you should have went faster, and you learn together and stuff like that. So it's such an interesting way that this game plays. Again, it's hard to explain, but oh my gosh, is this game special. It's addictive. So every time you play and you finish, you want to do better. So it's like you immediately like, okay, let's play it again. Okay, let's play it again. Okay, let's play it again. It's one of those games that you just want to play over and over and over again. And the cool thing is, like, when you play with the same people, it creates like this synergy that you have with them. So it's like you basically have played with this, you know that this person probably plays a little bit more lax, this person's really in your face and likes to play quicker than they probably should, this one's the opposite. You kind of learn their play styles, and you really learn about a person's personality by playing with this. right? Like Eric, as you could probably tell on camera, is a pretty laid back guy. And he tends to play a little bit, a little more laid back, where one of the players we were playing with is like, all right, I'll spill the beans. It was me. I was more like in your face, playing too quickly, because I'm just really excitable in that way. And so it's really interesting. You can kind of tell a lot about people's personality from this game. I could imagine that this game could be used for teams that are under a lot of pressure. So you think of like people running triages in the hospitals and ER, where they got to be right on the ball and almost knowing what the other person's thinking. This would be like a really good group style game to use in different industries in the professional world to actually help teams come together and learn how they think right off the bat. This is absolutely the best game that I played at GAMA. The GAMA trade show was a trade show I was at just recently, and this wasn't even at the GAMA trade show. But Eric Martin just happened to have had a copy of it he was just in Europe. Thanks again, Eric, for letting us play with you there. And I just gotta say, this game blew my mind. It's one of those games that I think is special. There's only so many games that when you play it, you go, this is special. I really think this is. And as we were playing it, Eric mentioned, I think this is going to win the Spiel des Jahres. And I agree with him that it will, at the very least, this game will I feel like this is Spiel des Jahres material. I think this game will definitely at least be nominated for Spiel des Jahres. Who knows if it will win? I guess we have to see what else is nominated. And I'm not even sure the timing of it all. Could it be nominated for this year? Would it have to wait till next year? I don't know. I think because it came out in Germany early enough, it will probably be possibly nominated. But if it's eligible for it, I really think this game's gonna be nominated. And it wouldn't surprise me if it won, because it's phenomenal and it's amazing. Anything I didn't like about it? Much like the game, the artwork in this is sort of weird. You got this theme of like this weird bunny. You got a shuriken that, like, I didn't tell you about, that allows you to, as I showed you, allows you to, put everyone's lowest card down. Weird theme. The theme's a bit odd. Also, it's not yet readily available in North America. Hopefully that will come, later this year. But that's it. The Mind, best game I played at GAMA. Probably definitely a Spiel des Jahres nominee in my opinion, and a very special game. I can't wait for all you to try it. That's The Mind.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.